Good evening, councillors. I'm members of the public, so I won't say good evening to them. It's 7:30 on the 11th of March. We're at the DCC Barn Green Room for the planning meeting. Okay. Item 1 on the agenda is apologies. No apologies. Everyone is here.
No,
oh, no
apologies.
Yeah, sorry.
Councillor Bolam and Councillor Harrison.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, we note them. Item 2 on the agenda is declaration of interest arising from this agenda. Members and officers are invited to declare any relevant interest. Notwithstanding this item, members may subsequently declare an interest at any point during the meeting. Do we have declarations of interests? No, thank you very much. Item 3 on the agenda is minutes of the previous meeting to receive and confirm the accuracy of the minutes of the planning committee held on the 11th of February. For all those that were here for that meeting, are those members happy for me to sign?
Yeah.
I'll show of hands for those that are present. Thank you. Thank you, Lucy. Okay, item 4 on the agenda is the election of a vice chair. To elect a vice chair for the planning committee. So this has been on the last couple, and we've knocked it back a couple of times to make sure that we've got a fuller committee before we ask members. Is there any nominations? Is anyone willing to put themselves forward to become vice chair? There's no obligation, you don't have to, but if you've thought about it.
I don't mind being vice chair if nobody else wants to do it.
You're happy to nominate yourself?
Yeah.
Any other? Yeah, Councillor Berry seconds if there's no other nominations. No? Okay. Well, in that case, can I have a show of hands all in favour for Councillor Snellgrove to become vice chair planning? Unanimous? Thank you. Thank you, Michelle, my new vice chair. Thank you very much. Brilliant. Okay. Item 5 on the agenda is the Planning Committee Project Report. To receive and review the project report from the committee clerk. Lucy, no updates?
No updates.
No updates. Item 6 is a public participation. The meeting will recess for not more than 15 minutes to allow any member of the public to address the meeting in respect of items on the agenda. We have no members of the public here this evening, so we move on to item 7, which is planning applications. To consider and make comment on the planning applications received from Winchester City Council and any other authority in respect of applications appertaining to the parish of Denmead, as set out in the list of planning applications. First application 1 is Dove House. It's a demolition of a single-storey side extension, the erection of a 2-storey side extension and single-storey side extension, partial roof configuration, erection of a front canopy porch and alteration to the fenestration. And that's on Hamwood Road. We all had a chance to have a little look? Yeah. So, looking at some of the documents, we can see that that one of the neighbours have had a single-storey side extension, and that was done in 2011. I couldn't find no planning application for it, but they had put in for a building control app. On the other side, Ashlington, another neighbour, to the left hand as you view the property, they had a single-storey rear extension, 2-storey side extension following demolition of the garage, and that was the 8th of October 2015. And that was granted, that was permitted. And at the time, our comments were no objection. So there's been precedent set already. Of my opinion, I don't see no reason why not to. What's Councillor's feel and take on it? Councillor Ranger?
I haven't found, or couldn't find, sorry, any objections from the neighbours.
No.
And looking at the Dove House, it is very, very close. And the current single-storey building is very close to next door, literally. I mean, the minimum, I would imagine. But if those neighbours haven't complained or whatever, then I don't see any reason excuse me, to object to it. And it would actually tidy it up because the site itself is actually tucked back a little bit. So bringing it up,
they're all quite back and
they're all sort of staggered a bit, aren't
yeah.
they? So it probably makes it a little bit more uniform, I would say. So I can't see any real reason especially now that there's no
Yeah, I looked at
objections.
past history and what we've done and commented on the past and taken that into consideration. Any other comments for this application?
I would
Can I have a
propose,
public proposal?
I would propose that there's no objection.
No objection? Councillor Berry seconds. Okay. In that case, show of hands, all in favour, no objection. That's unanimous. Thank you. Okay. Application 2. Hawthorne Stables, Bent Lane. And this is the proposed change of use of existing stable building into a holiday let with side rear extension and bin and cycle storage. A resubmission of 21/02243/FUL. So this is just down the road from us. Carry on down here, past the pub, Drake's Bottom Lane, furthermore you'll come across Bent Lane. A few comments I picked up on before we go into discussion is that it is a resubmission of the 2021 application. Some notes are it's outside the settlement boundary. It's just outside the South Downs National Park by 500 metres, which is considered an international dark sky reserve. If the application is permitted to go ahead for development, it will impact bats, owls, moths, etc. due to the light pollution, considering the dark sky element. It's visible through the road, the hedges, the gate. The effect on the wildlife. Parking access is via a single track country lane. 2 or more vehicles per booking could impact that lane usage. And the amenities is more than 2.5 from the proposed application. That's my comments and input.
Do you think 2 or more vehicles are likely? It's only 4 there, isn't it? I mean, it looks like
Yeah.
they're aiming for a family.
Yeah,
Four, isn't
yeah.
it?
That's just comment. Something to consider, Councillor Berry.
Yes, and when you put that holiday home there, in that lane, you've got to look at whether the emergency services can get access to it.
That's right, yeah.
You know, they can't really because it's so narrow and especially if everyone's coming down. So that's one thing we did mention last time. And also, you know, it's the effect of having holiday people there and the wildlife and the environment.
There we go, bring those drawings up. So you've probably already seen all these already. The left-hand side shows the 2021 and the right-hand side now shows the 2026. So it's gone from the previous one, change of use to a single bedroom, to today 2-bedroom, ensuite, utility, boot room. The dining room has moved, the hallway has now become their dining room and the living area is now partial kitchen and hallway. Councillor Ranger? Sorry.
What was the reason you objected last time round, please?
Let me see.
To do with the
I've got it here, sorry.
National Trust area and stuff like that,
Yeah.
the wildlife, the environment,
Because that hasn't changed, right? So,
and also access as well.
I can't find it. I can save it here. What are the downloads? No, it's not. Mostly on the key points that I raised already, that I wrote down. The fact that it's just outside the settlement boundary. It's 500 metres from the South Downs National Park, which is a dark sky reserve, which will impact bats, owls, moths. Lighting pollution, parking access, single track lane. The amenities is more than 2.5. If permitted, it could cause more light, noise and traffic and harm, and it's not in keeping with the scene of the area. Those were some of our major points last time.
thank you.
If I was to propose it, I would also use the same grounds this time as what we used last time. if council's of the same mindset.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
It's,
sorry, Chair, that's where I was going. I mean, not
I
only
can't
has
find-
that changed, but it's now a 2-bed as opposed to a 1-bed, right?
Yeah.
So it's actually worse. If nothing else has
Oh, here we go.
changed.
So this is what we did last time.
Oh, right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hard of hearing.
I'll let you scan that as you go down. Yeah, so the site is outside Devon Centre boundary and is visible from the road through the gate and the hedge. Go down to MTRA4, permits the following types of development in the countryside: small scale sites for low key tourism, accommodation appropriate to the site and location and setting. No indication is given of who this holiday let is to be marketed to. Stag weekends could have a significant impact on residents living nearby. Likewise, there is no indication if additional on-site facilities such as hot tub or barbecue area will be added. These would be harmful to the character and area. Lighting, which we've mentioned today, on the outside of the building, or to signpost the site will increase ambient lighting. Here it is, the site is 500 metres from the South Downs National Park, which is an international dark sky reserve, so that highlights some of the comments I made a few moments ago. Parking again on the site is shown right up against the boundary. Parking on the roots of trees will be detrimental to their health. Access to the site, as we just mentioned previously, country lane, there could be 2 or more vehicles. There are many stables locally. This might be important. If this application is permitted, it sets a precedent for the conversion of stables into holiday lets, which will generate further noise, traffic, etc., causing harm. So that was our comments last time that Kevin did for us. Councillor Angel?
I'm ready to make the proposal if it's finished the discussion.
Yeah, if councillors have finished talking, we'll go for proposal.
Well, based on the fact...
Councillor Snellgrove?
Can I just say that the last time there were several objections to this and nobody has objected this time. So I guess they haven't seen the revised planning application.
They may not have done, no.
Please smash up the 2 bands side by side then.
Oh, okay, sure. I bet I've just got rid of them, haven't I? Right, let's have a look at that one there. Oh, I've got rid of them. I've only got the single one up now. Do you want me to quickly find the other one?
I thought the last one was actually a 4-bed as well. I thought it was 2 double beds.
No, it's the first one. We had a bedroom here.
Yeah, and in the lower corner still. I thought that's just why I wanted to check it.
Oh, right, no, these 2 just down here. Those are the changes, but let me go and have a look. Whoops, come back. Come back.
Sorry.
That's right. I shouldn't have got rid of it, to be honest. Oh, no, the signal's dropped out. There we go, look. No internet. Oh, just... Yeah, there you go. Sorry, I should have saved it. Sorry. But you guys might have... You'll check on there, Chris, or not?
Yeah,
I've got the-
I've just lost signal.
You've just... Yeah, sometimes in here it just drops out. Sorry, I should have saved it. It's going round and round and round. Even if I load that up, it might. That's the one we want, proposed floor plan. It's just going to go round and round and round. No, sorry. Sorry about that.
Significant. I don't think it's significantly worth checking if you're going to make the point that it's now got more bedrooms in it. But I thought the other one had 2, but otherwise I completely agree with the proposal we've got. We reiterate the previous objections.
We used some of the standing comments used before.
Yeah,
I can provide Lucy with the list rather than shout them out now. We haven't wrote most of them down.
Do you have that copy of that?
I do,
document?
yeah. So
We
if
can email that to
yeah,
me.
if council's happy to use... sorry, Councillor Barry.
Once we agree on it, can we have it sent to committee as well?
Yes, yeah. So if the committee's happy, we use some of the elements of our previous objection.
Did one of the objections relate to people staying, who was staying there?
Yes,
Because in the decision notice, which I can't get up now, for the previous planning application, they were very specific about what records they had to keep and how long people could stay there.
They were saying about.
well, yeah, there's no indication given what the holiday let and who it's marketed for. So yeah, stag, weekends, etc. Noise.
Weekends, it's going to be more than just 2 cars, isn't it? Could be a
Councillor Berry.
minibus or things.
Yeah, Councillor
Can
Berry.
you explain to the new councillors about why we asked it to go to committee?
Okay. Yeah. So sometimes we ask it to go to planning at Winchester to their committees for them to consider. Sometimes we ask for it to strongly go there because their planning committee will take it more. Yes, hopefully. And
And
then
it
it's
means
serious.
then
It's
that a representative from Dunmead
Yep.
then attends it and speaks on Dunmead's behalf.
We can go further and speak more and give our comments. It will be a councillor or clerk if they're available. Yeah, it gives us the opportunity to further object or not always object, depending on the application. Right, so Councillor
So I
Ranger.
would propose
Yeah.
then, based on everything, I would propose that we strongly object to this application, citing the same reasons as before, plus the fact that it potentially looks like another bedroom facility, and using the same data that you've called out or put up there.
Some of these notes here,
before,
yes.
Chair, yeah. Strongly object as well as going to committee.
Fine.
Second proposal.
Councillor Berry seconds. Okay. All those in favour of that proposal? And that's unanimous. Thank you. Super. If it goes to committee, perhaps Lucy could circulate the dates and we can see which one of us or more than one is available perhaps on the day to go to Winchester and give comment. Okay, brilliant. Thank you. Okay. Application 3 is the Green Meadows Green Lane, and it's the demolition of the existing care home and erection of the 66-bedroom care home for older people with parking access, landscaping and associated groundworks. I'm sure we've all heard of this going on. And I have. So me and Chris, Councillor Ranger, we had a meeting with Hannah and can't remember the chap's name. Slipped my mind. And I bet this won't load up now because
They were the consultants for
L&T.
no,
L&T, yeah.
builders, basically. I mean, while we're waiting for that, if I may,
Yeah,
Chair, I'll
if you
just
can give a brief discussion.
there's a lot of noise, positive noise in the village on this one, and I would support this. I think it's a good thing. At the moment, the site's pretty ugly because it's all fenced off with security guards and people like that, etc. I think the way that they described it, it wouldn't start in terms of building until probably next year. Number one.
Early 27.
27. It will take care of living with dementia as well, which I think is a key thing. It's also got facilities for the residents. I think it was 65, 66 in terms of rooms. They're a high quality builder in terms of their developments across the country. So they've got other facilities that they've already developed. And if you go to their website, it actually, they look pretty decent in terms of facilities. My only concern, and it is a concern, is that Green Lane is a pretty small lane. And I'm irrespective of whether they take all the due care that they should be in terms of preserving the hedgerows and the trees, etc.
Which they told us they would
Which they did tell us
paramount,
they would
apparently.
take care of. We also heard not long ago a development to replace the cottage there, which we rejected at the time but I'm sure that that will come back onto table one day, and we just got to make sure that the verge and the roadside and the trees and the shrubbery and the hedgerows remain unaffected as possible. My fear is that the big trucks coming down there to put in big beams, etc., are not going to pay much attention to that, but that's my only reservation. I can't see any other reason to object to it on the basis that the road network isn't really sustainable to accommodate the big trucks that are going to be delivering the stuff.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think it's actually good for the village. There's an opportunity for employment for local people as well, and I think it will tidy the whole area up, because at the moment it looks a little bit of an eyesore.
Yeah, the group with the eyesore.
Right, let's see if I can bring this up now. Ah, look, it's working. So this is the presentation they sent us. Let's quickly go through it if you wish. So yeah, L&T Care Developments in the UK is the leading developer of residential and dementia care homes across the UK. Developed over 259 care homes. L&T Care Developments is committed to sustainable development and construction. Moving on to site background, so there's the map just up near Little Frenchies Field, just down the corner here on the way to the village. The proposed site is located on Green Lane. The care home was operated by Hampshire County Council until February 2024. Move on a bit. So what have we got here? Yep, 66 bed home. Ecological sensitive. Local job, competitive, parking, plenty. Layout and scale.
It's almost the same footprint.
And it's flat roof as well to minimise impact. Try a bit more appearance. Here we go. The building's design includes the flat roof, minimising the building's visual appearance and overall height. Rear of the garden. Front of the garden. Yeah. So yeah, early 2027 down the bottom here, expected to start construction. That's the timeline of events from January through to early 27.
Just want to say
Yes, Councillor, yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead. That's all right.
I just want to say it sounds perfectly reasonable. I mean, we need homes for elderly people with dementia, and at the end of the day, that is just standing an empty building that's not doing anyone any benefit. I appreciate that what you said. That makes sense. If they damage the green lane or the bushes, but it's a risk we've got to take. We can't guarantee that they're not going to do it, and we can always try and get them to replant them.
Yes, we can engage with them as it gets closer to the time. We can put our own.
It's just that corner, isn't it? Because there'll be.
Yes, it is tiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, if the previous one is there and they've done it, and then I'm sure and like they say, if they've done 259 and they reassured us that they will take care of the, I'm sure they will.
What about the roads with all their heavy equipment in and out all the time? But they repair the roads after they're finished.
Well, if they do, I suggest we get on to Hampden Tankers and ask them what they're going to do about our roads as well. if we win that argument, yeah, no, they wouldn't. So there we go. That's opinion over. Should we have a proposal if discussion has finished?
I
Councillor
propose that we approve the application.
Yeah, no objection.
No objection.
Councillor sorry.
Well,
Thank you. I was going to didn't want to risk getting it wrong. Sorry. Seconds. So all shown. You ready to vote, Tony?
No, I was going to say, can we put in there, like we sometimes do, asking for when they do the planning and that, about the hedges and the trees and that and damage to them?
Yeah. So as it gets closer to the time, we're meet up with them and we can put that as that's fine.
As an opportunity to meet with them as well.
Prior, so we can state what our expectations will be, and that we made note of that. So we've had a proposal, a seconder. All in favour of that proposal, please. No objection. And that's unanimous. Thank you. Thanks, Chris. Super. Okay, on to the last application, which is application 4, location 1, Little Meads, Denmead. It's the large oak tree prune back the sides of the tree, not overhanging the adjacent property by up to 3 metres to produce a shape that is more natural and in keeping with this species. This would include possible a crown lift and crown reduction. Just to note, this is our own application for our own tree, so it wouldn't be advisable to go against our own application. So may I just suggest that we propose...
Can we send it to the tree officer?
Do we need to? If it's
That
our
way
own?
we cover it out back.
No. If it's our own, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. All right?
We've already made the recommendation.
We've already made recommendations, so
Yeah.
yeah. So I propose no objection that we approve.
I say,
Show of hands, all in favour? Thank you very much. This would be silly to go against our own application, wouldn't it? Okay, back to the agenda then. Item 8 is decisions received. To note, there have been no decisions received since the last meeting. Item 9 is new planning applications. Lucy, new planning? 2 we've received so far. Item 10 on the agenda is social media, to discuss and determine action on what content to be added to the Parish Council social media channels relating to this evening. Any suggestions, Councillor Granger?
I would suggest that we make a positive statement on social media that the parish council has approved
Care home.
the care home.
I think so, because there's a lot of talk, isn't there, at the moment?
Absolutely.
A lot of noise going on, and I think it will help.
There's a lot of positive noise.
Yes.
However, let's reinforce the positive noise by the parish council.
Yeah. And work, like opportunities and things like that. What it will bring.
Super. Anyone have any other comments for any other? No? Happy with just the care home?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, item 11 is matters for the next agenda. Any matters? No. And then the confidential report. Pass a resolution in accordance with the Public Bodies Admissions to Meetings Act 1960 to exclude the public and press for discussion relating to the following, and to receive the confidential report and enforcement report from the committee clerk.